Même quand j'entends des cris de mort qui sortent de nos cachots putrides, que je chante l'eau claire des ruisseaux, des rivières, devant l'Artibonite, rouge du sang de nos frères. Tu te dis pacifique, tu te dis apolitique, mon frère. T'aimes bien les chanteurs de charme, ça plaît bien aux belles dames. Quand elles tombent dans les pommes, ça ne fait de mal à personne. Quand le chanteur se trémousse devant l'Amérique qui glousse, les idoles ça donne des trills, ça fait oublier les missiles. Salvador et Haïti, la Grenade et compagnie.
Mon frère, Mano Charlemagne. It means my brother. Mano Charlemagne, well-known Haitian folk singer, was the mayor of Port-au-Prince for years. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report. We are just back from Haiti. I'm Amy Goodman with Sharif Abdel-Qadoos.
Well, 6 months after the earthquake, many Haitians told us they have seen little in terms of recovery efforts despite the billions of dollars in aid pledged from around the world. In fact, according to the Washington Post, only 2% of promised reconstruction aid has been delivered half a year after the disaster. Former President Bill Clinton is co-chair of the Interim Commission to Reconstruct Haiti, or CIRH. At a ceremony on Monday marking the 6-month anniversary of the quake, Clinton stood alongside Haitian President René Préval and talked about the plans for Haiti's recovery.
To the private sector members here, we need your input about what we can do to support more economic growth. We know that 70% of the GDP losses of Haiti were from small and medium enterprises. Just in the last few weeks, 2 of my colleagues announced, Carlos Slim and Frank Justra, a $20 million revolving nonprofit loan fund to get small and medium enterprises going again. We are working hard on all this economic investment, but let's not forget, when we come out of this, we want Haiti to have a strong middle class, and we want poor people to own more property and believe they can work themselves into the middle class.
That's Bill Clinton saying he and the Haiti Reconstruction Commission want poor people to own more property. Well, the issue of land is at the crux of the recovery effort in Haiti. For the more than 1.5 million Haitians left homeless by the quake, plans for permanent housing are, to say the least, remote. Even plans for even just temporary shelters to get them out of the tent camps have not been drawn up. Where will all these people go? Well, at the heart of the matter is the issue of land ownership.
When we broadcast from Haiti on Monday, from the ruins of the Montana Hotel in Port-au-Prince, where more than 200 people were crushed to death, we spoke with longtime Haitian democracy activist Patrick Elie. He is now an advisor to President Préval after the earthquake, and he was a former minister in the Aristide government. This is what he had to say about the reconstruction and issue of land.
Everybody in Haiti seems to agree that we cannot actually rebuild Port-au-Prince as it was. So, aside from building, you have to plan again, plan differently. This involves some heart-wrenching decisions that have to be made. Like, you know, are you going to displace people? Are you going to, for example, using eminent domain, expropriate people so that, you know, they don't live on terrain that are inherently weak? Or are you going to, as I say, expropriate people? And already, you know, the trouble are starting. Land tenure in Haiti is total chaos. This is also the result of the behavior of the Haitian elite over centuries. They have appropriated land, which was, especially after, you know, independence and the end of slavery, which would have been a common property, and they appropriated vast tract of land, pushing the peasant, the newly freed slave, who didn't want to work on the plantation system anymore, to the mountains, you know, which would also help to explain the deforestation. And now, of course, there is a lot of discussion about who owns what piece of land. And it's almost intractable to resolve that through the law. And I don't know if the Haitian state is going to be forceful enough, given the size of the problem, to actually, by decree, decide what's going to be done.
Patrick Ailey, longtime democracy activist in Haiti. We're now joined by Kim Ives. He's a journalist with Haiti Liberté. He traveled with us to Port-au-Prince these past few days to cover this 6-month anniversary of the quake. In his latest article in Haiti Liberté, he writes that the earthquake, quote, reveals that the principal fault line in Haiti is not geological, but one of class. Kim Ives is now back in Miami. Kim, welcome to Democracy Now! Lay out this issue of land, which is not being raised very much.
Well, Amy, as we saw, in fact, the wolves have been put in charge of the chicken coop. The bourgeoisie has been put in charge of resettling the squatters' camps, and they have the best land in suburban Port-au-Prince, large tracts of land very suited to building cities, of new cities, where people could have good houses, and there's dozens of proposals of how to build those houses. But the good land is not being given. What they've done is give a place like Crux, which they own too, and they pay themselves handsomely for its use. And so what they're doing is keeping their best land, selling at a high profit their worst land, and the people are paying the price.
And Kim, when you say they, you're talking about the CIRH, the Interim Commission to Reconstruct Haiti. Can you describe who makes up this commission? And also, it's really an underreported fact that the parliament in Haiti in mid-March voted to cede power to this commission. Explain.
Exactly. They essentially committed suicide to give this commission, which is composed of foreign bankers and foreign governments like the U.S., France, and Canada, which were behind the 2004 coup d'etat against Aristide. They essentially control this commission, along with 13 members. The other 13 members are members of Haiti's elite, represented by people like Reginald Boulos, who heads the principal bourgeois family who was behind the 94 coup, the 91 coup, and the 2004 coup. So these families are now in charge, along with the U.S. and along with the banks, IMF, World Bank, Inter-American Development Bank, of Haiti's reconstruction. And to me, it's going to be the Haitian equivalent of the U.S. bank bailout, where essentially they're going to take these billions of dollars and funnel it into their own pockets.
We spoke with Haitian human rights attorney Mario Joseph at his office in Port-au-Prince. You, Kim, translated for him. He had some strong words about the Interim Commission to Reconstruct Haiti.
The commission is in fact a coup d'etat without an army, because it's a group of foreigners put together with Haitians. It's the same system like when the bourgeois and the foreigners make a coup d'etat. It's a coup d'etat to keep the same system, which kept them in this bad situation in Haiti. They're here to make reconstruction, they say, but without the Haitian people. They give the right to seize land and give land without dealing with us. a legal coup d'etat, I could say, because there was a decree that put it there. There was a lot of pressure coming from Clinton and others to do it in the parliament to legalize this coup d'etat. But in reality, the Haitian people don't believe in them because they didn't participate. There wasn't any transparency at all. And they don't have any accountability to anybody. The parliament, which should have control of the government, they are expired.
This decision-making power that President Clinton has, along with a number of other foreigners and Haitians, it's over what?